Request the voice. Right. Madhav,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Faizakar. Okay. Now, these are all the students. I think second year students are here. First year. Now they are entering into second year actually. Some
Okay.
more second year students are going to be joined very soon. Okay. You can tell them whatever you want to tell. Okay. Yeah, right.
So, like students now who are going to give exam, firstly, I'll start with them, so that who are going to give exam in 1-2 months, like JE advance or studying.
యశ్వంత్ గారు నువ్వు కూడా డౌట్ మంచి విను. మాధవ్ ఐఐటి ఖరగ్పూర్ నుండి ఉన్నాడు, అన్ని చెప్తుంటాడు, వినండి ఎట్లా ఉండాలి ఏం సంగతి అనేది. ఓకే యశ్వంత్, మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కూడా చెప్పు. రైట్ నాన్న,
చెప్పినా సార్.
రైట్. రాహుల్ కూడా వస్తే బాగుండేది, వాడు వచ్చింది కానీ మళ్ళీ సడన్ గా ఏమో నెట్ ఇష్యూ అనుకుంటా వెళ్ళిపోయినట్టున్నాడు. ఓకే ఫైన్.
సో ఇస్ మై ఆడియో
అయ్యా వినబడుతుంది అన్న, వినబడుతుంది. రైట్.
సో
सेकंड ईयर की फर्स्ट गाइड चाहिए, इंకొక 1 ईयर ఉంది కదా వాళ్ళకు, వాళ్ళ గైడ్ चाहिए. आप लोग कुछ भी डाउट्स पूछ सकते हैं, हिंदी में, तेलुगु में, इंग्लिश में, व्हाटएवर यू वांट. अयान, फैजा शरीफ,
like doubts, sir. Like the doubts only I'll explain them whatever.
Yeah, that's better I think. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You start asking the doubts Nana, that's better I think.
भैया अगर is it important to give equal time to all subjects, और अपन अपने हिसाब से टाइम दे सकते हैं according to difficulty and all?
पहली बात तो बोलता हूँ, तो भैया बोलना बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन अंकल इंकल नहीं बोलना है, शर्म नहीं ना.
सर भैया ही बोला सर.
राइट, चल.
So
इक्वल इम्पोर्टेंस
एग्जाम में तो तीनों सब्जेक्ट्स को इक्वल वेटेज ही देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि तीनों में क्वालिफाई होने से ही एडवांस में क्वालिफाई होंगे ना. पर प्रिपरेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जो सब्जेक्ट में तुम लोग स्ट्रांग है, उसको थोड़ा कम टाइम देके जो सब्जेक्ट तुम लोग इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं उसमें थोड़ा टाइम ज्यादा दे सकते हैं.
Okay.
So like mathematics is kind of tough, so like कैसे mathematics को करना, like basics to advanced level?
I think till now whatever you have done is you have done basic level because you have already given JE mains, right?
नहीं, JE mains చేయలేదు వీడు, ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్ ఇయర్ వాడు, ఇంకా 1 year ఉంది.
Okay, second year. Okay. So the concepts are same, like everything, there's no difference between like its mains and its advanced. Just the question level will increase in the advanced and it is the basic in the mains. So basically you have to have clarity over the concepts, like problem solving में ज़्यादा time देना है, like how many, like every problem has 2-3 approaches to go.
Yes.
So if you are able to find out the 2-3 approaches, then it is well and good. If you go through only one approach, in mains you can crack it, but in advanced level, you should understand the question in different perspectives, because they will test your way of thinking in advanced level, right?
Okay.
రాహుల్ నీ డౌట్స్ అన్ని అడగొచ్చు, మాధవ్ ఉన్నాడు ఖరగ్పూర్ ఐఐటి నుండి.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Hello Madhave.
Yeah.
How hard is the difficulty, like from mains to advanced? Is it like a very big jump?
No.
Or is it manageable?
Basically, mains paper is made by the central NTA, that is a central body which makes the paper. So it keeps in mind all the people who are attempting the paper will be on the basic level, like whatever you are preparing for basic conceptual level only will be asked in mains. But when you go to advanced, every year each IIT will make the paper. So basically professors from our colleges will make the paper. So basically their expectations from the students also will be high, because they want people who will think differently in the colleges, right? Because many people are giving the exam, but they want only 10,000 to 15,000 students every year out of lakhs of people. So basically the paper will be tough in advance, But if you are able to, if your problem solving skills are very good, then you can crack it easily.
Also, if you don't mind, can you tell me from which school you are?
Like till 10th, I was from Pauldon High School, which is in Champapet, which is near LB Nagar.
Yeah.
And I have done my +1 +2, basically inter from Sri Chaitanya DD Colony branch.
Thank you, Madhave.
నెక్స్ట్ మీరు అడగొచ్చు చరణ్ సాయి మాధవ్ ఉన్నాడు ఐఐటి ఖరగ్పూర్ నుండి నీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అన్ని అడగొచ్చు ఎనీథింగ్ ఎనీ లాంగ్వేజ్ హిందీ తెలుగు ఇంగ్లీష్ రాహుల్ నువ్వు అడుగురా ఫస్ట్
Yes, sir.
ఎగ్జామినేషన్ గురించి తమాజర్ యు ఆల్సో
Yeah, how to like use time efficiently of like 3 hours, like how to solve the paper, like how to solve one number of questions,
How to approach the number of questions on the paper, like every subject, how we should manage.
how to attempt more number of questions.
More number of questions, it is basically like maths and physics will mostly be on the problematic side, and chemistry will be of 50-50, right? In the advanced paper, it would be
Yes,
like
yes.
50% for numericals and 50% for theory. So
Yeah,
chemistry you can solve in less time compared to maths and physics. So you give basically 2 hours 10 minutes to 2 hours 20 minutes for maths and physics combined together, and whichever subject you are more strong in maths and physics, you can give it less time and give the other subject more priority. Basically, I gave chemistry a little bit less time compared to maths and physics because it was basically theoretical and numerical. So maths and physics, I would say, would take more time in the exam.
So according to you, which paper is more difficult, paper 1 or paper 2?
That
Both
I
are
cannot say. Like every year, it is different pattern, different marks in advance. So it can be paper 1 or paper 2. Every year it will change, right? During my time, I think it was paper 2, which was on harder side.
What's the average marks we should score in advance to qualify in IIT? Like minimum score we should get in advanced exam to get qualified, selected in IIT or NIT.
Minimum score means because the marks will vary every year. In terms of percentage, if I have to say, then it would be around 30 to 35%. If you score in the paper, that would be more than enough to qualify. But if you have any dream IIT and dream branch, then you have to score little bit higher side, like 50 to 40 to 50 or 50 to 60% marks to get your preferred branch.
Yeah, usually
was-
I told them same thing to the student, those who are interested in IIT, 50% మార్క్స్ అని చెప్పాను మాధవ్ ని కాకపోతే నువ్వు చాలా బాగా క్లియర్ గా ఇచ్చావు 35 to 40 అంటే క్వాలిఫై 40 to 50 is really good. It's absolutely 100% right, Nana. There is no doubt about it. Right?
Yeah.
If you want to get in the seat, think 50% marks. For example, 63 marks paper is there, 189 marks. 189 means 90 to 90 marks. If you got, that is more than enough, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You can ask the
What
next.
was your
Advanced
preferred
exam,
branch?
every question is not made for you because some questions are really hard. It will take for the sirs also, it will take nearly some time to solve those questions. It is
Yes.
your duty to identify which are time killing questions and which are easy questions. So basically your skill will be used there, like how much you have studied and how much you're applying and which is a tough question and which is the easy question. If you identify that very easily, then you can score more marks in less time in the exam.
Very nice.
Because
Good.
if you waste more time on single question, that would not be useful for you, right? Because even the topper will leave the few questions in JE Advanced.
Yes, absolutely right. Ayan kuch पूछ रहा था.
Yeah.
Which was your preferred IIT branch when you were writing the test?
It
Like-
depends.
Everyone, most of the people would have like IIT Bombay, CSC or electrical like that branches. But I would say that in top 7 IITs, if you get any branch you can take it because the alumni network in the top 7 IITs is very strong. Once you get into the college, the opportunities you get and the exposure you get is very high in the top 7 IITs. So if you get a little bit lower branch also, I would tell you to take it and just go and work hard in the IIT. You can get lot of opportunities in your future.
Fantastic. Really good, Nana. Very good.
Because there are many alumni in India who are from metallurgical branch and branches like chemical and who have excelled in their industry and they are today CEOs of big companies, right?
Mm. Yeah,
So
you're right.
opportunities are never less. It's the mindset of you, how you take it.
Okay.
And
Is
one
there a
more thing,
So
like
specific
you might
how
think
many months should get into CSE?
CSC, like every year the percentage will be varied on the number of students qualifying, but basically into top 7 IITs you have to get minimum 60% of your total marks to get into CSC. I'm just telling for CSC, okay?
What about IIT Hyderabad?
Every IIT I don't have a statistics of every IIT, but IIT Hyderabad it's in top 10 NIRF ranking, so that would also be to 55 to 60% of your marks because that is also in top 10 universities in India right now.
Right.
Yes.
is
But
there
I
a
would tell
specific way to
more than
approach
IIT
the paper?
Hyderabad, if you get into IIT Bombay, Delhi, Madras, or Kharagpur, these 4-5 IITs which were established very
Old.
long ago, they have very strong alumni network. Like most of the people in the industry are from these 5 colleges itself: Delhi, Bombay, Kharagpur, Kanpur, and Delhi, Madras. So any branch you get to try to take it, but if you have any special preference like electrical or mechanical, you want those only, you can prefer other colleges also in IITs, your wish.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
So you should have problem solving skills are very important because attempting the paper is one thing and getting into IIT, and after getting into IIT the life won't be that much easy. It will be same like your preparation time only because the professors here are the same people who have set the paper, so your subjects and everything would be of the same level of the paper only here also.
So, like, do you have time to like relax sometimes, or are you working all
I'm
the
not
time?
telling about the timetable. The timetable is very peaceful. Like you won't have most every day you have to spend just 4-5 hours for the classes and 1 hour for just revising the thing. And engineering life is little bit peaceful than your intermediate life, but the exposure you get here, the not only education but many things you'll get from the college, like the hostel life and the sports activities and the clubs, and there are different clubs for every activity. So this much network you don't have in your local colleges. It's only possible in top NITs and IITs, right? So that's why people prefer these colleges, not only for education.
So, has the alumni network helped you in some way, like from your personal experience?
Uh, Personally, like I have worked in the from IIT Kharagpur. I have worked in its Techno Management Fest. So every year we get some lakhs of rupees from the alumni. Like the alumni who have gone from the college, they want to contribute to the college in some or the other way. So we get our funds, we get our new hostel rooms built by them. So every alumni contributes to the college because it has given them a lot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Bhaiya, did you use only our coaching materials or some other books for your question practice?
No. Like for mains level, I would say like the coaching material which you get from your college is more than enough, but you have to be thorough with the concepts. Like same question won't be in your exam paper, but you have to be thorough with your concepts. But when you go to advanced level, few other books I have used, like the books recommended by Sami sir were very useful. and the material given by him, for every chapter we used to write mock test every day. So those mock tests were really helpful in the last days. In the final 1 month, I would say that writing mock tests and correcting your mistakes would be more helpful than studying any new thing, because studying new thing would sometimes demotivate you. Otherwise, it would make you more afraid of the things. But if you study whatever you know and just go to the exam and attempt it, it would be more preferable.
Like it's important to complete the whole syllabus, or you can just complete 70 to 80% of the syllabus in every
No,
subject.
in advanced point of view, 60 to 80% of the portion, if you're thorough with, you can easily crack the paper. But in mains point of view, if you want mains point of view, you have to score more marks, right? So it's better to be 100% sure with all the concepts. But in advanced point of view, it's more about problem solving, your critical thinking. It's not more about how much you know in the exam.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Really good.
Is there a
Also-
specific way to approach the paper? Like,
Huh?
is it only one way? Is there a specific path how we go about the paper solving and all?
అంటే మాధవ్ పేపర్ తీసుకున్న తర్వాత ఎట్లా టైం స్పెండ్ చేయాలి, వెయిట్ ఎలాంటి అప్రోచ్ ఉండాలి, ఎట్లా కూల్ గా ఉండాలి, కంఫర్టబుల్ గా ఉండాలి అని అడుగుతాను అనుకుంటా.
Okay. I would say that before the exam, 1-2 weeks before the exam, you will have the paper in the morning slot, paper 1, and the afternoon slot, paper 2, right?
Yeah.
So give your mock test according to that time. That is known as bio clock or something like that, which is
వెరీ గుడ్.
if you write in
Bio
that
schedule.
time,
Yeah.
that schedule, that would be more helpful for you to solve the paper in that time. And approaching the paper means, I have already said that maths and physics are more about problem solving skills, and chemistry, it's a mix of problem solving and your memory skills. Both are mixed in that. So I would say attempt maths first in the paper 1, because your mind will be fresh in the morning, and you can solve many questions when your mind is fresh in the morning. So
Yeah.
you solve maths and physics first, and chemistry, whichever you will be remembering, that would take a second to put an option, right? Only the problems would be solved later.
Yeah. Thank you.
How
And if
many
your
hours did you?
paper 1 doesn't go well, just don't get demotivated with that, because your paper 2 can be sometimes easier than paper 1. So you can attempt it more. If you know the concept, you can attempt it more easily than paper 1. Just don't get demotivated in the 2 hours break.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
How many hours did you study every day?
Like that would vary in the course of preparation. Like first year, it was not basically, I was just preparing for JEE mains level. But in the second year, after I have joined with Samir sir, I have started preparing for JEE advanced level 2. Timings means most of the time would go in the college itself, but after that 3 to 4 hours if you spend every day night, that would be more than enough. But when the exam is approaching, you should spend at least from morning to evening at least 8 to 10 hours, I would say, because more also you will get lot of tired, and that would be a negative impact on your exam. So spend how much time you think is important, that much time you spend, because it may vary from person to person. A person may grab it in 1 hour, a person may grab it in 2 hours. So that depends on you also.
Yeah, what was your optimum time given to a question in advance, like for mathematics? What was your optimum time for a question?
For mathematics, I would say it depends on the question toughness. Like if the question is easy to moderate level, then it would take 4 to 5 minutes. But if the question is on the harder side, then I would say it would take nearly 7 to 10 minutes also sometimes, because it's not about how many questions you attempt, but with what accuracy you are attempting the questions. You should see that negative marks would be more less than the positive, right?
Like if I don't get a question in this amount of time, should I
No,
leave that or
if it
continue?
crosses 5 to 6 minutes and you're not able to crack the initial step of the question, then I would say that you leave that question, go to the next question, because that would kill more time of yours. Within 2 to 3 minutes, you should able to just identify what you require in the question and what should you apply in the question. The next 4 to 5 minutes should be on the calculation part, and the last 1 2 minutes should be on just applying it. Okay.
Thank you.
Bro, what about long term? Like, if we take long term, can we get a good rank in IIT JEE?
Yeah, like many of my friends from Hyderabad have done long term also. It's not like you can't get a rank in long term. You can get a rank in long term, but I would say that even if you get a good NIT also, just get into it, because don't just wait for IIT, because JEE Advance is really, you can't predict the pattern and you can't just say you'll surely get into it. Just put your preference and your mindset to that. You should get into a NIT or IIT. It should be your preference.
Okay, yeah. Rahul, let me tell you, even though according to me, you did your level best, Nana, no doubt. The time which you have, only thing is you select your own topic 70 to 80% per advance and do those topics 2 to 3 times, whatever the possibilities are there. I think that is more than enough to get better rank in IIT. So you don't think of it, every total subject we have to revise, etc. No, sir. Don't go for that. Just 70 to 80% of your topics you select, math, physics, chemistry, and do with perfection within 15 days, 20 days, whatever the time you have, and you will get it. Okay, don't think of long term.
Yes.
Yeah, did you make any short notes for a chapter, like to revise in a less amount of time? Like formula
Yeah,
book
like-
or something?
When the last 1-2 months, I have made few short notes. Short note means whichever questions I have made mistakes in the mock test, I would just write down those, and what mistakes I have done, I would write the concept also, whether I'm able to understand the concept of the question or not. So like that, I have made a few short notes in the final stages.
Like,
You
would
have
you
to-
recommend us to make short notes, like important questions, like new type of questions?
Like in how many days you have your exam?
And what is
Like
second
next year,
year?
2024.
చాలా ఉంది
Okay,
కదా.
you still have 1 year time, right?
Yes, yes.
So yeah, at this stage you can make short notes, but when you're approaching towards the exam, you cannot write everything again in the notes. So it's just like learning from your mistakes. So whatever question you have done wrong, just try
Okay.
to know the concept of the question, and once again you do the question, so that you see that it won't repeat in your exam. If the same question and the same model is given in the final exam, and if you do the same mistake, then there's no use of giving mock tests.
So how would you revise your syllabus? Like you did a chapter on Monday. So when would you revise that chapter? Like on weekly basis or like monthly basis, like that?
So in first years and second year starting stages, every week we would have a weekly mock test JEE Mains
Yeah.
and weekly mock test JEE Advanced, right? So
Yeah.
totally that week we would spend on one chapter. First year totally the pace at which you learn would be very less as compared to the second year,
Yes.
because in first year you will learn the things initially at a very slow pace, but when you go into second year and when you start learning, automatically your speed will be increasing, like the things at which
Yeah.
you learn and the things which you apply, it will automatically increase in the second year. So when you start giving 2-3 chapters together, then the revising time will decrease automatically. But at the final stage, when you're giving total grand test, then you will automatically filter which is needed and which is not needed. That I no need to tell, you will only automatically know it in your future.
Absolutely right.
So like
Ideally, by what month should we complete the portion? Like I still have 1 year left.
You have 1 year left, right?
Yes.
So basically, from your the college will be completing the course according to their timetable. So you will also be completing the course according to that. But after completing the course, the speed at which you revise should be more fast than the college speed, because that would be more useful in giving mock tests. In the college, the mock test will be given at some later stage, but you have to start giving the mock tests even before that. If you want to excel in JE Advanced, you have to start giving it before itself, because as many mock tests you give, that much it would be helpful for you to rectify your mistakes in the concepts.
Where did you give your mock tests? Like, is there some
Yes.
site or some book?
नहीं चैतन्य चाला चैतन्य में बहुत एग्जाम लगाते हैं आप, हर हफ्ते लगाते हैं ना, वो एग्जाम बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता, तो ऐसा नहीं
Yeah,
लास्ट
yeah.
नहीं सर, उन्होंने बोल रहे थे ना, लाइक कॉलेज से पहले देना शुरू करना, तो वो वाले काम देते हैं।
नहीं उनका मतलब क्या था बोले तो वीकली जो एग्जाम लिखते हैं ना आप एडवांस का, उसमें ज्यादा देना है, वो एडवांस के एग्जाम को लाइट ले लेना बोल के नहीं है उसका मतलब।
Like initially in the second year, we take advanced exam lightly and we just give preference to mains. But I am saying that if you are fixed for getting an IIT, you should not take it lightly. How much you know, you just give it. Sometimes it may give you positive results, sometimes it give you negative results. But I'm saying that just write the mistakes you have done. In the future, you should not do it. That's what I'm saying. Just not give the paper and go home and sit. That I'm saying.
So knowing your mistake is more important.
Yeah.
Knowing the subject is nothing but about knowing the subject.
Because after getting into IIT, you will have a lot of projects, presentations, assignments to do. So this stress level handling will be more useful for you in the college level also. Because here also you should handle the stress and the exam stress, the presentation stress, everything will be here also. But that experience will give you more confidence in IIT to excel here.
देखो. So whenever you are going to write the exam, it is compulsory that one has to know their mistakes. Even though you do that from mains exam, whether it is mains exam or advanced exam, okay, every week if you start now, slowly you start rectifying your mistake, even though from mains exam or advanced exam, definitely it will give in the long run, definitely it will give the better result. Right?
Yeah. Immediately next week you may not get the good marks, but in the long term, after 1 month, 2 months, you will see positive changes in the marks.
That's correct.
Does our 11th and 12th board exam results matters for advance and mains, anything like?
No. That the intermediate board marks would not be that much impactful on your, but average marks would be more than enough. Like just more than 800, 900 marks will be enough. You are preparing for this exam, you can easily give the intermediate board exams, right? That would not have any impact on your JEE mains and advanced. I think on MCET also they have removed the barrier, right? They have removed the marks criteria.
I think they added it again on JEE mains.
No.
At least we should pass the boards. That's all.
अरे यार 75 marks percent आना.
750 marks above you have to get. Like in JEE advanced counseling, when I went to IIT Hyderabad, they just asked, they have calculated my MPC marks and they have just, it's above 75. I have got like 945 or something like that in my inter. So that is more than enough for me because I have concentrated more on JEE mains and advanced. Basic marks would be more than enough. You'll easily get 900 plus, 950 plus in your inters. That's not a big deal, right?
Okay, Rohan, Inka. Rudramsh, నీకేమైనా doubts? Charan Sai, Yadish, Riya.
Hi, Madhav. This is Hemchandra.
Yeah.
And my son is studying now. Yeah, second year is going to second year now.
Yes,
how do you think that they'll cope up with the state board as well as the IIT preparation? Which one they have to give more preference? Is it state board or IIT when they're preparing it? And how to divide they have to do that during this 1 year?
Okay,
How
okay,
did you made it? How did you planned it?
okay. Like state board and IIT is not too much different. Like state board exams are just putting the same problems on easier side. It's theoretical based. You have to learn and just put it on the paper theoretically. And JEE Advanced is problem solving skills. Like JEE Mains and Advanced, it's about problem solving skills and time management. That is more important in that. But I would say if your aim is to get into an IIT or a good college or an NIT, then you have to give more preference to the JEE Mains and Advanced. Automatically, you'll score good marks in your boards also. Like I would say like 900 plus or 950 plus would be more than enough, because that would not matter for you in the long run. That's just for namesake. 1-2 days you would be happy, but once you get into IIT, that life would be more impactful for your career.
Yeah, here I want to tell one thing. Sir, all of you, the concept which you are learning for intermediate board exam, the same concepts are there for mains and advanced. The only difference is problem solving skills. How you are able to connect one topic to other topic. That is very, very important. And the selection of the right problem is also important. If within 1 or 2 minutes in this conversation, I hope that you people have observed, he said that first 2 minutes you have to select. You have to know that whether you can go further or not. If you are not, leave that one, go for the next one, because 100% is not required. He said that only 35 to 45% of problem solving skills are enough to get IIT. So concepts are same in intermediate first year, second year, whatever you are learning for board, concepts are same. The only thing is in the competitive exam, that means mains, MSID, etc. In this, you are supposed to learn how to solve solving skills, more number of practice and attempting different problem. You will get it.
Okay. Second question is, is there identified topics where they need to more concentrate in first year, second year to
Yes.
move into the, IIT, JEE Advanced and all this? Is there specific topics? Is it possible to share?
Specified topics are like most important topics I would say are in mathematics. It would be calculus, like differential calculus and integral calculus are very important, because the same skills will be used in your physics also. In many physics problems we use calculus. And not only that, in even if after getting into IIT, most of the mathematics we use here is also based on calculus, trigonometry. So it is never like till inter you have studied this and it's not needed for your engineering. Everything is interconnected. Like whatever, if your basics are right, that would be more helpful for you in your future also. Because in my courses also, every course has basic mathematics, basic physics and chemistry in it. Just the thing is, in engineering we applied it to the industry, like how it is useful for the machines industry, for the companies, everything. In intermediate level, it's just basics. So in JEE advanced level, they select students who are capable of handling their subjects in the IITs. So
Okay.
they need skills of calculus, very important. Calculus is very important. And geometry, 3D geometry, everything is important. And like
Few
selected
topics.
topics like
In what I observed, that what I guided my students last from 20 years, the same thing I would like to tell you, sir. There are selected topics are there. You need not worry about all the topics. There are selected topics. First, you get command in this selected topics, which are what repeatedly they can ask the question from this. You please select. You have to be thorough in the selected topics. Then afterward, you should have little idea about the other topics also. That is very, very important. Okay, you should have idea about the topics.
Like most students, they ignore probability and permutations and combination like topics, but those topics play a very important role in a JEE advanced. In mains level, they may not ask many questions, but in JEE advanced, they interlink many concepts with probability, permutations, and calculus is also linked with many concepts in some. Like So
Yeah.
how they are linking is very important. How you are able to visualize the concept is very important in JEE level. You have to not be confined to things like
Okay.
calculus alag hai or trigonometry alag hai or matrices alag hai. Everything can be interlinked in mathematics, physics, and chemistry. The thing is how much you are able to visualize, like interlink, how much you're able to visualize the interlinking, and how much in what time you are able to solve that question, interlinked question.
Okay. And one more question is, there's a lot of websites throwing the mock tests like Allen or, Fiji or you can see a lot of, websites they're throwing these mock tests. Is it really worth to attend these mock tests regularly? Is it required? Is it helpful? I don't know. So I thought to check with you whether you have done like this online mock test in different institutes.
So like basically in my college, I was from Sri Chaitanya College. So I was getting lot of mock tests from there itself. Like I had offline mock tests and online mock tests also at the same time. So I would say that rather than going to different options, it's better to it more and more because and more mock tests. But when you confine to only one website, you'll have the you can spend more time on it. Like you cannot if you go to other websites, the level of questions will be different in different websites. So you'll get more confused. Like, is this the level or is that the level of the paper? Rather
Yeah,
than
you're
that,
right. You're right. You're right.
stick to one mock test, give it. Basically, that will be more helpful for you.
Yeah. In this, I would like to tell you one thing. Sir, for example, you are belong to say Chaitanya. You stick on to that. They are going to conduct every week. They are going to conduct one IIT and NIT exam. You do that, and at the end, after completing the mains exam before IIT, okay, there are 40 days are left over. But they are going to conduct around 20 to 30 exams. Like Fiji also, they are going to conduct more number of exams. Suppose you are very particular about IIT exam. Okay, if the more number of exams are not, you are not happy with that, at that time you take the help of Chaitanya student, because you people are anyhow one another are going to be help one. Okay, so that's why you can share your question papers so that your need may be fulfilled.
Understood.
Anything, sir?
No, I'm good. Madhav, thank you so much for your insights, information which you have given it.
Yeah, okay, Uncle.
Thank you. చరణ్ సాయి, రాహుల్ గారు మీరు నమ్మండి, ఇప్పుడున్న టైం మీకు 15 days టైం ఉన్నది కదా, నేను ఏం చేస్తాను అని భయపడకండి. రైట్, మై సిన్సియర్ రిక్వెస్ట్ టు యూ ఈస్ దిస్ 15 days యూ యూటిలైజ్ 12 to 14 hours ఆల్సో. రైట్, అది కాకపోతే టైం పెట్టేసుకో. ఎలా అంటే మాధవ్, నేను చెప్పేది కరెక్టో కాదో నువ్వు కూడా చెప్పు. ఎట్లా అంటే 9 to 12 నువ్వు డైలీ ఒక టెస్ట్ రాయి. దాంట్లో కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ నీకు రావు, ఆ రాని క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏదో నువ్వు చేసుకుంటా పో. మళ్ళీ 2 to 5 ఒక టెస్ట్ రాయి. మళ్ళీ దాంట్లో రానికి ఫిజిక్స్, కెమిస్ట్రీ, మ్యాథ్స్, ఈ టాపిక్సే నువ్వు రివైజ్ చేసుకుంటూ ఆ రోజుది ఆ టాపికే రివైజ్ చేసుకుంటే 15 days ఇలా చేస్తే నాకు తెలిసి నువ్వు నీకు ఉన్న కోటా ప్రకారంగా నీకు డెఫినెట్ గా సీట్ రావడానికి ఛాన్సెస్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి. మాధవ్, am I right?
Yes, sir. Like 9 to 12, after giving exams, you'll have 2 hours break. Just take 1 hour break for rest, like eating lunch and take break. In the 1 hour, you try to identify whatever mistakes you have made and put it aside. Give your another exam from 2 to 5. And the evening time, just put both the papers and put whatever mistakes you have made in both the papers. And the night time, you have to just assess it, like what concepts I was lacking in the exam, and whether I know this question, and whether I have made just calculative mistake. Those all you have to sort out those all, because just calculative mistake means you have to not repeat it again. But if the mistake is with your concepts,
online. Right, na? Tell Nana.
yeah. If the If you're not able to get the concept, then just leave the concept, because in the last ending time, just don't try to get the new concept. Just if you're doing mistake in the calculation part or any little concept part, just do it. But if it's total new topic for you, just don't do it. Giving everyday exam for the 15 days, you will definitely score better marks in your final exam. But don't study topic by topic now. That would not help you as much as giving
Yeah,
mock
that's
test.
that's absolutely right. That is absolutely right.
But
అర్థమైందా
if you're reading topic by topic, you will at one stage you'll get anxiety and afraid also. Like you have so much to cover to revise. But if you're giving mock test concept by concept, you can get easy clarification of the concepts also.
How did you handle the pressure during your exam? Like, were you anxious?
Yeah, that is common with every student. Like everyone would be anxious because it's your part deciding exam. But one thing is like, don't feel it like if you're not getting it tomorrow, it's the end, because lot of opportunities you'll be getting. It's not the end. You can get in engineering, you'll have many options. Like it's not IIT, just don't get disheartened. You can get into you can score good marks in JEE mains and get into an NIT. Or there are many private institutes, very good institutes like BITS. Those are also very good. So you just remember that competition is too high. Like it's not like you don't know anything. The competition is just too high. Just don't get disheartened if you don't get it. But try your level best, because if you're giving your best, something or the other you'll be getting.
Like, what was your timetable to study? How are you managing each subject time and mock test all?
Mock test, while giving mock test, it was not like I was studying something new. I was just assessing the mistakes. But before that, for weekly tests, those all, because I was a little good in physics, I would give more time to maths and chemistry. I was because chemistry was too much about theory, that I would not memorize that much, because I was more into problem solving, because maths and physics are more into problem solving. I was doing maths and physics a lot. But after a stage, I got to know that chemistry is much more scoring, easier to score than maths and physics. So at that time, I have given more time to chemistry. In the second year, I have basically read more chemistry than my first year. But in first year, my maths and physics were equally good as my second year.
Bhaiya, you said that like you did only mains level in 11th class. So like, how did you reach that topics to advance? Like, how did you do that topics to level advance?
Yeah, in first year, the college also conducted basically mock tests in only mains level. But once we enter into second year, they have completed the portion a little bit earlier. I think up to October or August or October. And after that, they have started. We have started giving mock tests for both mains and advanced. So when I have started giving advanced for the first 1 month, I was scoring very less. Like I was getting, sometimes I was getting even negative marks. I did not approach the paper really good in the first 1 month. But once I have got idea to how to approach the paper and what to attempt, I started improving myself in the advanced level also. So once you get confidence, I started solving just for advanced only. Then mains would be mains. However, you'll clear the mains, but once you start preparing for advanced, that will help you get into IIT in the long run.
Thank you, Madhav. Really, my students, I think you have given a lot of time to my students. Patience ga నువ్వు ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చావు. Really, I appreciated you. Even though you are in a final year, you have given a lot of time to us. I know very well that you in the busy schedule, you have given time to us. Really, once again, thank you very much.
Yes, sir,
Sarena?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir, yes.
Sir, will you
All
be
the best,
sharing
all the
this?
best.
Will you be sharing the video? This
Yes, sir. Definitely,
recording?
sir. Definitely, sir.
Right,
Definitely, sir. Okay, thank
All
you,
the best,
Madhav.
everyone. Yeah, sir. Yeah. Okay. Sir.
Thanks a lot, Madhav. Yeah, it was really nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Bye. Sir.
Right, bye. God bless you.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, guys,
Sir,
మీకు
recording.
తెలుసు रिकॉर्डेड है वो देखेंगे 1 मिनट
Close तो करिए.
नहीं कर रहा हूँ एक मिनट मोर ऑप्शन
अरे बाला